Running around my automobile. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Mike again. Like I said before, these are like quick vlogs to get them out there to see how they are received. The topic I want to talk about right now, something I'm dealing with right now, is health and weight loss. Now, I'm relatively healthy and I'm an active person. I play basketball, my favorite sport. I try to ride my bike. I try to lift weights and do different things. But, there are times with all of us that we get out there and we eat the foods we're not supposed to eat. We partake in things that, are not really healthy, and we get caught out there. Like on the holiday break, this is January 30th, so back in Christmas time when I was wilding, I was down in Virginia, visiting my in-laws, my family, and we out there, we eat and we chilling, we just wilding. And I came back with probably like 10 more pounds or more on me. So I'm doing this diet that I did when I lost the most weight for my wedding in 2009 when I got married with my wife. I'm doing the same type of diet. I did it for like 4.5 weeks. I lost, I want to say, maybe like close to 40 to 50 pounds. It was crazy. And again, I was playing ball and working out too. It was a no-carb diet. I guess people call it the Atkins diet. But I mean, I had little carbs here and there slipped in. When you have your sauce, you can't avoid certain things. But very, very, very low to no-carb diet. Now, I don't eat a lot in general, but when I do eat, I be wilding out. So sometimes I might eat like a burger, I might eat this, or if I'm feeling gonna move for something. My family from the West Indies, so I want to eat that curry, that bigger. I want to eat like some sweet bread or something like that, some crazy delicious food, and I'm eating it, and then you get lazy. And I found that once I started getting in a relationship, and I'm not trying to say, I got to do some science behind this, because before I met my wife, she said to me one time, she gonna be hating, she ain't gonna want to admit it. When she first met me, I'm dark skinned, sexy, whatever. She saw me, said, hey, I like you, you remind me of Tyrese. Now, I look better than Tyrese to me personally, right? But she was saying it physique and the complexion, like me, Tyrese good looking dude too. No, I'm not dissing, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have your confidence, right? So when she said, so imagine that, me at that time and that peak, I was playing ball every day, I was active, I was hanging out with my boys, I was just shredded back then. I was in good shape, I had a nice physique, you know what I'm saying? I'm 6'2", so I had the slim look. It was everything was firing all cylinders, like, you know what I'm saying? It's great. Then, we started dating, I had my weight fluctuated from up and down, got a little pudgy, you know what I'm saying, like that, and we both did, and then we end up, trying to figure this whole thing out with losing this weight. Now, I gotta commend my wife. I want to give her a shout out, Charity, that she been doing her thing. She lost a lot of weight after she had our baby, and she's been gun-ho. She eats very well, for the most part, you know what I mean? She exercises like damn near every day, and she try to, keep it together, keep it fit, you know what I'm saying? Even though I had no problem with her before, but for her, she's doing it for herself now. Like, she's doing it for me, and she's want to, do her thing. So now, I've been up and down, like I said, I'm relatively active. I play ball, I do go to the weight room. There was a time I got really big, and I'm not talking about big as in fat. I got really big as looking kind of really buff and jacked, and then I stopped, and then you know what happens when you do that? You get kind of flabby, so I'm looking kind of crazy. And like I said, I wasn't really going extra hand, man. My biggest thing is the food. So I realized something, that no matter what you do, unless you like freaking like a marathon runner or a boxer, or maybe a swimmer, some crazy thing like that, you gotta really, the hardest part to any weight loss regimen and even like exercise plan is the diet. You already know this, I'm just saying, I know I'm stating the obvious, but it's very difficult. Like right now, I'm on day like 6. I started Monday, and I started a little bit before that, and I lost like a few pounds, about 6 pounds, but I'm on day 6. So right now, I'm trying to really monitor my eating. I love juice, man. Like, y'all understand, like, I used to come home from work, right before I go into my apartment, I go to the corner store outside and buy one of them $1 Arizona joints and put it in the freezer, so I have the nice little ice crystals when I'm drinking it, nice and cold and moist. Pause. You get my point. It's just very refreshing, you know what I mean? And that's very, it has a lot of carbs in it, it's high in sugar, all that, you know what I mean? Then we stopped eating pasta and breads a long time ago. Like, we just made, like, my wife and I, this was even before I was doing my weight loss thing, we just stopped eating those things, because we used to buy a lot of cereal when we first got married. We used to buy a lot of pancake mix. We both learned how to cook. I'm a better cook, by the way. and we was just, you know, doing our thing. So I wanted to bring this vlog up to say, like, y'all not alone, man. It's hard, man. Trust me, it's hard. Like, right now I'm hungry. You know what I mean? All I had was like 3 boiled eggs this morning. And I'm not trying to starve myself, but you know, it's very hard to have like this type of diet, but without having your food prepared. So meaning that I didn't make my food beforehand. You know what I mean? When I meet with my wife, we're supposed to be going to the grocery store and do some food shopping. So then I could, you know, plan out my meals and try to be more creative with it. You know what I mean? But it's very, 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 very difficult to maintain. You know, and I'm a type of person, I like it instantly. Like, I like that microwave weight loss, meaning that when I was younger and I was in shape, and I used to think I was big, but I was really in shape, right? I'll do like 100 and 200, 300 crunches a night, do some push-ups or whatever, and I expect to see my abs immediately after I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know if y'all familiar now. Like I said, I'm black, you know what I'm saying, as you can see, duh, right? But, you know, I used to watch shows like, you know, like Jamie Foxx and Martin, and there was one episode of Jamie Foxx that was mad funny where he, and I forgot the dude's name, they had to go into like this car place, like DMV kind of, and they had to stay there and do like this, like their paperwork, whatever. And the guy who played for my Mr. Cooper, I call him Mr. Cooper, but I forgot his real name. But he did like, he made Jamie Foxx do like 1,000 push-ups. And after Jamie Foxx started doing 1,000 push-ups, you know, him being a comedian, him being funny, he put on like this muscle bodysuit and made himself look mad buff. Like after he did 1,000 push-ups, he was mad diesel for the rest of the episode. So I was like that. Like my mentality was like that. Like, yo, I do 100 push-ups every night for a week. I should have like, my arms should be like looking crazy. My chest should be like looking like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be jacked automatically. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I had to really take a step back, and that's the hardest part for me, because even the times when I lost the most weight is when I didn't think about it. Like I just say, you know, I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna do the regimen. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna eat the right foods. I'm gonna exercise. You know what I mean? And let it happen. And when I did that, when I was getting married, I didn't even start thinking about it until one of my teammates came to me. He's like, "Yo, Mike, man, what are you gonna do? You gonna waste away over here?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I wasn't thinking about it. I was still thinking I was big. I was still like, you know, looking at myself, you know. And I'm not trying to anorexic people, you know. I know there's a problem, but I was like in that state of mind, meaning that I still thought I was big, and at that time I lost mad weight. You know what I mean? And it's only until like one day I went home and I was about to take a shower. And I was taking off my shirt and I looked in the mirror and I was like, yo, what the hell? I looked at my stomach was gone. I had my abs back and I was like, yo. I had to call my brother in to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Like, yo, Moose, check this out, man. Like, this is crazy. I'm looking mad emaciated at this point right now, right? He's like, yeah, so you're looking kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, and then probably because of the nerves too, me getting married is a big step in my life. You know, not that I didn't want to get married, but you know, like me being the center of attention with my wife and that big moment of making that lifelong commitment with her, it was like, wow, like here it is, it's coming up. And maybe that extra week of me being like kind of like all crazy and anxious, and me not eating probably helped, but it's like it was just a crazy feeling. So I'm just saying to let y'all know, like, I'm with y'all, man. It's hard. Just hold your head, focus. You know what I mean? I'm trying, man. Like, I feel like, you know, we hear all about all these different diets, and you know, we try to, you know, do what's best for us. We try all the fad stuff. We want to, like, you know, make the best of our time and do the least amount of work to get the best results. And what I learned and what I realized is that you have to work hard. You have to focus. You have to make the sacrifices. If you don't do that, it's not going to work. There's no fly-by-night thing. There's no miracle pill. There's no miracle like sit-up, you know what I mean, or push-up that's going to get you there. You have to really lock in. It's losing weight and fighting for it is a very tough and difficult mental battle. Like, you really have to stay focused. You really have to push yourself to places that you never pushed yourself before. Now, I'm not no competitive bodybuilder. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to get back in shape, looking good, You know what I mean? And, you know, looking sexier. I am sexy. Looking sexier. Right? Just looking overall hot. You know what I mean? Because, and just feeling better, man. Like, I play ball, you know, I'm getting up there, man. I'm not no spring chicken no more. You know, I got a family. I'm getting up there. So, I really got to work to not feel sore and to stretch more and to do the things that I used to do when I was like 20. Just get out the bed and play ball for like 3 hours and go home. Then do it again later and not even have to worry about stretching or doing anything. And I didn't have any soreness really. Now I have that because I'm older. You know what I mean? I have to take care of my body. I'm not as active as I used to be. I have more responsibility. So I feel that, you know, I have to make a change. And I'm still young, so why not do it now? The summertime is coming up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use this winter season to like really get things flowing, get back in shape. So by the time the summertime hit, right, the guns show will be coming out. Like, I know y'all can't really see it. I have this coat on, and I carry my weight well. But you know, somebody say, "Yo, Mike, I can't believe you that weight." You know what I'm saying? You carry it well. I say, "Yeah, thank you," but I don't want to carry it at all. Get it? I don't want to carry the extra weight. I want to be where I'm supposed to be. Now, for my height, they said I should be like 190. Now that's crazy. I look crazy. I look like somebody from The Walking Dead, or like I'm sick. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to anybody who has that issue, but I'm not trying to look like that. I want to just be healthier, be lighter, so I can start dunking again. I can start, you know, just doing what I used to do, but better. Because now I have the mind to match the physique. You know, that's all I want, man. I don't ask for much, man. I ain't ask for much. That's it. But like I said, man, it's a hard thing for me, especially because I like things to happen right away. But like I said, it's a mental thing first. If you can lock in mentally to what it is, your body will start to change, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, you know, I have a friend of mine, like, he was bigger than me. He was like almost 300 pounds. And he lost his weight, and he keeps the weight off now. And I'll be watching this cat be drinking soda, chips, and I'm not trying to say that's his diet now, but you know, he does it in moderation. But he is in that state of flux where he might put on maybe like 10 pounds and then lose it right away once he starts doing like some pull-ups or something like that, because he conditioned his body now, and he made that commitment to. Back then when he first started losing weight, he's fasted for like 6 days straight. Now, I'm a Christian. We all know about fasting and, like, you know, for spiritual reasons. Sometimes people do it for health reasons and different things. There's different fasts out there. Do your research. If you feel you can do it and you want to do that type of fast, there's liquid fast. There's, like, you know, just straight water fast. There's a lot of stuff like that. You try it. But he made that commitment, and after that, my man was hitting the ground running. He lighter than me. You know what I'm saying? And he doing his thing. So for me, I didn't want to go to that extent of fasting, but I wanted to go back to what helped me, what worked for me the time I did it. And what worked for me the time I did it was when I decided to, you know, take away the carbs, take away all the sugars, all that stuff like bread and all that other stuff like that. I just got rid of those things. I don't eat them. You know what I mean? I just eat all my protein, my vegetables. Some people like to do fruit. I wasn't even doing fruit then. I was doing no carbs, strictly no carbs. If it had carbohydrates, I wasn't eating it. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was like low, because near the end I was, you know, cheating a little bit, but it all came down to my mental game, man. It all came down to that, man. Like, I locked in mentally, and I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? That would work for me. You know, it might be different for y'all, but it all comes to the same place. It's about how you are mentally. If you're not mentally prepared to sacrifice, and this is what it is sometimes, and I believe that God blesses those who are willing to sacrifice certain things and show that commitment by sacrifice. That's what a fast was. When people were fasting, they were fasting because they were showing that they're going to sacrifice these things to show how to get themselves more dedicated and show that dedication, that commitment to God, whereas it is focusing on Him and having Him sustain them spiritually and physically. You know what I'm saying? Because they were taking away the food element and different things like that. So to me, we have to be willing to make a sacrifice in order for this thing to work. So y'all tell me what y'all doing out there, y'all methods of like losing weight. You got tips of like the foods I could be eating, you know, or even, you know, just tips in general. Just give me some encouragement. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm trying to do this for I'm trying to make a lifestyle change in general with my diet, but this real hardcore part, I'm just trying to do it for like 4 weeks again, 4.5 weeks, just to get my body acclimated, get that weight down. And then from that point, it's like a maintenance program where I'm going to, like, you know, I might have a cheat here and there, but stay focused on, like, really trying to be more of a healthy eater. Because that will not only help me, but my family. I got my little daughter, you know, help her with her diet as well. So let me know what y'all think. Thank you all for listening, and God bless.